Hello, welcome to Mondays with Mary. As you know, we have been reading Father Facendo's book, On the Road with Mary, but the next few chapters have a lot to do with Passion Week and Easter, so we're going to go ahead and skip that until next week. So today I just want to kind of rehash with you what total consecration to Mary is. So what is total consecration to Mary? The very nugget of the whole thing is accepting Mary as a gift that Jesus gave us on the cross, and in turn offering ourselves to Mary in order to give Jesus Christ the best gift that we can, that is to bring him the greatest glory possible. So what does this look like? Well, first of all, it looks like, one, we need to recognize that we need help getting to heaven. Recognize that we need redemption. Recognize that Mary has a very special role in our redemption. You might call her an associate in our redemption, a helper along the way, not because Jesus couldn't do it by himself. His gift, of course, is the perfection of all offerings, and he is the victim priest, and he is priest, prophet, and king, and he is the totality of all goodness, and he is what we desire and what we strive for. And it's through, with, and in him that we too can become sanctified. And it's through, with, and in him that Our Lady became the wonderful, beautiful person that she is. But God chose her to walk with him this journey of suffering that he endured, practically from the time he was born, clear up until, of course, his ascension, that is, or at least until his crucifixion. So Mary was with him all along, participating in the redemption in a way that none of us have ever done and will ever do. She participated in a way that was more complete than any other human has ever participated in that suffering, precisely because Jesus was her son. Mary is the mother of Jesus. Mary is the mother of God. Mary was also offering a part of her. As Jesus suffered, she suffered with, in a way that nobody else could, because as you know, a mother suffers with her child. And so that was Mary's role in our redemption. And so she continues to help us, to bring us those same graces, just as she helped bring the graces the first time by being associated to Jesus' suffering in a special way. So she continues to bring us graces. That is, she is like a conduit, a aqueduct of graces, right? She's just the container. All the graces are coming from Jesus Christ, but still that container is precious, and Jesus chose to need it. So if she's got such a special role in this, and we begin to recognize that role and recognize that we need salvation, then it follows that we need Our Lady. And whether we know it or not, Our Lady is helping us. So we might as well recognize it and maximize the gift, right? Otherwise, she's like a gift given to us that we never open. After we recognize, then we can accept her as our mother. Once we realize what a gift she is, we will willfully and joyfully accept her into our lives. We will accept her as the gift Jesus gave us on the cross when he said, "Behold your mother." We will accept her, and it's not only an accepting like, oh good, now she's going to take care of me, but it's the third part, which is offering. We then offer ourselves to Mary. Now, of course, that means that we're offering ourselves to Jesus, but through Mary. In other words, Our Lady will help us by taking us, by perfecting us in grace, by leading us and guiding us and being an example of, and essentially taking us and offering us to Jesus as her own gift. And so Jesus is receiving us as a gift from his mother. And so we want to give Jesus the absolute best, right? Why would we go to Jesus alone when we can go to Jesus with Mary and give him so much more? When Our Lady can help us so much. And so we offer ourselves to Jesus through Mary. We offer ourselves, and St. Maximilian, and the spirituality of St. Maximilian, that offering comes as what you call a victim with apostolic intent. That means that we offer ourselves totally, our whole beings, our body, our souls, our minds, And we offer it all for a very specific reason. Our sanctification, our conversion, but also the sanctification and conversion of everybody around us, of everybody we meet, maybe even of souls we've never met. So we can offer everything as mundane as brushing my teeth when I'm supposed to be brushing my teeth, going to work, sitting in traffic, being stuck at home for weeks at a time. And Our Lady will take those gifts, shine them up, polish them, and with her love, give them to Jesus. It is a life-changing experience. I'm beyond my 5 minutes, but I just want to say, consecration to Mary, sure, you can talk about it in all these terms. I could give you lots of theological explanations. We could go through the Bible together, and I can explain dogma, and those are things I've been trying to do in these 5 minutes. But when push comes to shove, consecration to Mary is the most amazing gift that you could give to Jesus. And through consecration to Mary, I can guarantee you that you fall deeper in love with Jesus, because that's where Our Lady brings us. She brings us closer to the Eucharist. She is Mother of the Eucharist. She brings us to the cross. And we say, why would we want to be at the cross? Because we're going to be there anyway. Suffering exists. So go there with Mary. Let her help you through the suffering. She knows exactly what it's like. Our Lady in consecration for me has been the impetus, the spark that has set my heart on fire for love of God. Now, of course, I don't always feel it. Of course, I don't always live it. But I can guarantee you that over the last however many years and continuing to this day, Our Lady has pointed me to Jesus. She's never been a distraction. She's been the conduit to love our Lord more and more and more, and love Him and other people, and to accept my weaknesses, accept my limitations, accept the things that I don't do well, accept the fact that I'm a sinner, and turn it all over and let God do what He wants with it. Consecration to Mary, therefore, is freeing. It is generous. It is a spark to light you on fire with God, light your heart, setting it ablaze so that it can't even be contained in there. It just goes out and people know it. Consecration to Mary is life-giving. Consecration to Mary is unifying, because we're mother, she's our mother, and we're united under her. And so when you hear the word consecration to Mary, sure, you can think about all sorts of really heady stuff. You can think about the things I said in the first 5 minutes. But above all, please realize that if you consecrate yourself to Mary, you're giving Jesus the best gift that you could give, and you're giving yourself and your family the best gift that you could possibly give, because you're giving them your life perfected, improved by the heart and the love of the Mother of God.